Hello, my crafty friends. It's Michelle. And I got in the ladies, my first Ladies of Grace traveling journal. And this is coming from Latosha. Hi, Latosha. I got your book today, and I have not opened it yet. I wanted to do this with y'all. So let's go ahead and see Tasha's journal here. Look at this chunky baby. Oh, look at this chunky baby. I love it. Oh, she did create a video where she created the journal. I will leave a link to her channel in my description box below so you can go over and check her out. Oh my word, look at all this yumminess. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. Oh, she got a packet of goodies for each of us. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me read first. So she packed in creative retreat kits, one for each of us. So we pick which one we'd like, and then we'll share the others. I just think this is so sweet. Oh, Latosha, my goodness. Let's go ahead and get started here. This is her journal. She has her journal here. And sign in and sign out. She's such a sweet woman. Okay, so favorites, flowers, Bible verses, favorite drinks, music, favorite colors, fruit of the Spirit. And she wants us to add some fruit stickers here. Look at how adorable this is. Oh, honey. Flower garden. We can add flowers to her garden. Where are we from? And then we have, okay, so so we're going to draw some little tags here, and then we can pick what we want to do. Oh, look at this weather from her area. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So she has, this is where she's from. Add a scrap of paper or ribbon to decorate where we're from. I love that idea. That's awesome. Look at this. Favorite farm animals. Where is the herd? Where the herd is. Tasha loves all of them. Yeah, I'm a sucker for animals too. Look at this beautiful lace she put on the edge of this. Oh, it's just gorgeous. And she has the moss around the edges. Oh, just beautiful. Wish upon a starfish. So cute, so cute. Dream vacation. Recipes. So here she has some recipes, some of her favorite recipes. And she left some cards for us to share our favorite recipes with her. Look at that paper, that farmhouse. Oh. Oh, beautiful, Tasha. Washi tape. So she created some bookshelves. We can add some washi tape. And then, all right, that one broke off. I'll see what I can do, Tasha, honey, to get that back in there right. I think it's just so full. Add a circle, add a bug, okay, so this is a little sticker dump here. Add different things to our bottles. And that will get closed up. And look at all the little stickers she has back here. And then she has a journal for each of us. Oh my word, honey bunny. Oh, these are beautiful though. Absolutely. Okay, so she wants us to go ahead and decorate a journal for her. And what I'll probably start is gluing some of the pages together. The nice thing is she's created this so that these are actually removable. so we can come in and slide it out and work on it and then put it back in. So isn't that great? So I'll go ahead and pull this one out. I think they're adorable. I love it. The polka dots and the plaid, adorable. All right, Latosha, thank you, honey. I will get started and you will see my final reveal when I get your journal done. So for the journal, I started by gluing 3 pages together for each of the composition pages here. And then I printed out a Pray Over Your Home journal that I had gotten off of Etsy. I went ahead and cut those pages out and glued them to the inside of the book there. I just left them whole, glued them to the center pages of the sheets that I glued together. Now this is my About Me page, and I was looking for a picture of just me and my husband there, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that and put that on there. And then this little page, I have some little gifts from me. I made each of the ladies a set of paper dolls. I used to love playing with paper dolls as a child. And then currently, what am I currently working on? And then I left it so everybody could pull out a currently and make one in their own journal or their own page so that Tasha would know. So the first thing I did is I came in with my little square punch here and I punched out a bunch of different squares in the green. Okay, so I got all my squares punched out. Those that are double-sided, I wanted to make sure I show both sides. And that was that one, and this one I think were the only ones that had 2 different patterns. That is just a white back. This is the same on both sides and a white back. So I think that this will give me a good start. That square punch is wonderful. It's a lifesaver for my arthritic hands. But I want to come in now, and I probably will put some washi down the centers of these once I'm all done, just to cover that up. But let's start patchworking some of these all around our pages. Let's see how many we can get here. Looks like I can do 5 down the side, and then I'll have to use the smaller pieces. So let's go ahead and just start doing that, and then we'll come back in with the smaller pieces to fill in around the edge. And then she can do any journaling she wants, or stickers, or whatever she wants to help get this journal together. So let's get just putting some of these down, and we'll be back. Now I'm just going to use my art glitter glue here. It is a great glue for paper. It dries very fast, and it holds very well. Now, I know people use the Barely Art Glue with paper projects as well. I've not tried that. I've heard very good things about it. I have a large 32-ounce bottle of my art glitter glue that I refill this little one with. I will leave links in my description box below if you want to try out the art glitter glue. It is an Amazon affiliate link, so I do earn a small commission at no extra charge to you if you purchase through my link. Now on the second side, I'm just going to start at the bottom and work my way up. So I'm going to come in now with some washi, and I'm going to pick one out that I want to go down the center there. And these are packed in there tight. I got this washi box off of Amazon. I have a bunch of washi. I'm still trying to figure out what's the best way for me to store it, but I just keep this one in its original box. Now this one, it was giving me a tough time. So I was trying to tear it off. It ripped down the side. So I went ahead and just started over, and I just covered that little bit right there in that center. And that made that page look so much better than having that white bit right down the center. So I got those glued on there, and I'm like, I should have used a little bit of ink around those edges because everything in here is a little antiqued. So it is definitely a Michelle tweak on here. Tasha uses such beautiful bright colors. I am such a more Victorian and a little more grungy. So I hope that she likes this okay. So I'm going to go ahead and come in with some of the smaller pieces. These are a 1 inch by, I think it was a 1 by 2. And I'm just going to come in now after I've got those all glued down and put little stitch marks all around the edge of those little squares to make it look like a quilt, like I quilted all around the edge of this journal. Hey y'all, it's Michelle. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and if you can, hype. It really does help my channel. So if you like what you're seeing, think about following me on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram. You can check out these QR codes here. If you'd like to support my channel, you can join my YouTube or you can subscribe for free. You can also buy me a coffee, which helps support my channel as well. Okay, so I'm going to take my Beacons 3-in-1 and I have this jute lace and some burlap ribbon. I got the jute lace off of Amazon. I'll leave the link in that in my description box below. It came in a set of 6 or 8 different ones. And so I'm going to just take my Beacons 3-in-1 and I'm going across the bottom and I'm going to lay that in there. And I'm sorry you can't see this. I'm going to do it on the top. It's going to be the exact same thing that I did here on the bottom. I'm just going to go ahead and take that Beacons 3-in-1 and I'm going to lay it right across just from the decorative page on one side to the decorative page on the other, pressing down in that center crease and laying that down. And now I'm going to come in and measure out how much of this jute ribbon I need. I'm using some older scissors because this is wired ribbon. I am actually going to go ahead and pull out those wires. So I just push it up just a little bit, grab my pliers, and then that wire just slides right on out of that ribbon. It's just a little hard for me to get a hold of with such a small tip. So those pliers are great. I'm going to use my Beacons 3-in-1 again, but this time I'm just going to lay it on the ribbon itself here on the jute because I don't want to heavy hand it so that I don't want that wetness of the glue showing through on the other side. So I just put a light coat on there. enough to hold that down. And then I'm going to trim that off on the top and the bottom to match that page. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And then this page will be complete. Just pull that wire out and up and use that Beacons 3-in-1, lay it down, and we've got another page spread done. I did the exact same thing on this one here, except I'm using some hot glue just to lay this ribbon down along that lining of that decorative page. I used some dark brown lace on the edges instead of that burlap ribbon, and it was the same style, just laid that on down there. The hot glue worked fine for this particular um, jute, jute lace here, and I didn't have to fuss with it too much at all. So use what glue you feel more comfortable with. I'd be more concerned that the hot glue would get hot if it was being stored somewhere without air conditioner or something like that, and it would, not quite be as stable. Now on this one for the office, I decided I'm going to just lay some of this jute twine down, and then I'm going to have these definitions hanging off of these cords, kind of like a clothesline. And these are all different definitions, scriptural, like abundance and faith and faithfulness and just different types of ones on there. So now I'm just going to take some of my art glitter glue, go all the way around that, and then glue that down over the top of my jute ribbon. And I'm going to have this go down both sides, making it look like it's like almost like a little flag hanging off of there. And it just lays nicely, and the jute does not take up much space there, so it's not adding a whole lot of bulk to this. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm tying a knot and gluing it down, and then I'm just going to dot some hot glue in spaces and tie a knot at the bottom so it looks like it is actually, knotted up and hanging on something. I did add a little bit of those hot glue dots just down those center a little bit there so it would hold it in place. And then, of course, the art glitter glue and the definitions. Now I'm going to take another piece of jute, tie a knot in one end, and I'm going to attach it to both sides of the top of this page spread here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a couple small little paper clips on there since it is for the office in her home. So I did put a little glue in the center to hold that down, put a little piece of washi tape right on over that, and then glued down the other side. So on this spread, I used this. This is actually was some packaging that I had gotten in from Amazon. I spritzed it with some alcohol ink and cut it, and then sewed it into a paper ruffle. And I love it. And so I'm using that and using my art glitter glue to lay a piece down the top and the bottom, and then I'll lay a thicker piece down each side. I do have a video on how I made this. I will leave that as a link so that if you need to see how I've done that, you can actually click on that and go see how I made that ruffle. Super easy, but so much fun from just recycled trash. So I'm going to get this side done here and see how that one just fits perfectly. It's a little wider. Each of my strips, I just use a tearing ruler and tore it after they were all sprayed and then sewed them together. So I'm going to do this one here, and I'm going to lay another one down the other side. And I thought this actually kind of looked like maybe some kitchen curtains, back in the day when we used to hang up curtains in our kitchen windows. Yeah, those little the valance and the swags on the side. That's what it reminded me of, and I just thought it was adorable. I did the same technique here on the bathroom one. It reminded me of like the little lace that you would put, once again, your shower curtain and the ruffles and all that fun stuff. And I did the same thing with the rest of my ruffled paper and then put some jute across the top there. And I think that this one turned out adorable as well. So the last page to do was on the very back of my book, and I laid a black piece of cardstock down, and then I put this pink card on top of it and made a side pocket. And then I came in with some of my cutouts and I created two little pockets to fold up. I created a little gusset on the side, trimmed off the corners, and using my art glitter glue, I'm going to glue this pocket down with the gussets onto that pink strip. So not only do I have a pocket in the side, but I'm going to have two pockets on the pink strip as well. And I'm going to go ahead and put some more little scripture cards in there that I have printed out for her so that she can have several little things she can add to her book or use in other journals as she pleases. So all I did here is this last page, I forgot about this one. I needed to do something. I'm like, I'm just going to put some washi stickers on here. So I just came in and I went through my washi stickers and I pulled out some, excuse me. Anyway, I pulled out some that would match the colors on this page. And I also tried to pull out flowers that I know she likes. She loves sunflowers and lilies. So I tried my best to pull any that I had in my stash here. And I just went up the sides of this. I've got little journaling books there. And I put some on the sides as well as the flowers. And I just filled that in until it was all covered all around the edges of this particular page. So the last thing I have is the cover. I wanted to add a little bit of Michelle to the front of this cover for her. So I went into my embellishments and I found these little stickers that they're poofy stickers that will go into those like little charms down there. So you can actually use a monogram. But I thought I would take it and write the word pray. And I'm going to trim that off and leave it on that black background there. And then I'm going to pick a few little stickers here that match, little vintage, and sticker that right on down. And then I'm going to use my art glitter glue, and I'm going to actually reinforce these little labels on there as well, so I make sure they don't come. Now, once that was down and going, I went ahead and I just glued on some twine onto the spine. I want to hold this as tight as I possibly can. I went ahead and got a couple wood beads that match the color here. And I am trying to get that to go through the bead so I can tie a knot in the bottom of it. I did have to get my needle nose pliers there and pull it right on through. And then I tied a nice uh, tight knot at the end of that so that bead would not come off. I did the same with the other piece on the back, pulled that through, tied just a simple knot, pulled it down to the end of that twine, and then I just tied it in a little bow right there and finished that book. And here is the final flip through of the journal I created for Latosha in my Ladies of Grace traveling Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal. It is a pray over my home journal for her, gives her instructions, introductions, and then the dedication of your home. And then it goes through each place, the entry, the living room, and I decorated each of these pages soft and pretty to match the papers. And then there's the About Me page and what I am currently doing. Of course, I have the paper dolls and some more pages here. I think it really turned out nice. I hope she likes it. I hope that it's not too Michelle for her. I did put a little pocket on the bottom with some more definitions in there for her. And I just love the way it turned out. There's those back pockets with the little bit of extra ephemera, and then some more she can fussy cut out. And that's it. That is it for this journal. I put the little bingo cards on the back just so that the back would have something else on there. Let me know what you think. And as always, guys, stay safe, God bless, and bye for now.